Alrighty, folks. Well, good evening and welcome to another session of our Vecna Eve of Ruin. I'm your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by our dangerous players this evening. You're dangerous. What?
That's right. I'm a danger to myself and others.
Danger to society.
Same.
Well, speaking of dangers, let's talk about the dangers that we dealt with last time before we get into the dangers that we will deal with this time. So, last time we left, we started off with you guys heading further up into the Colossus. Encountered a stone table that was covered in notes and maps, only for it to transform into a horrible stone golem creature. But after this was dealt with, you all started searching around the shoulders and as far as the arms will go, discovering an exit through the palm of one of the hands, and a dead end that was crumpled into the mountainside. Although it did have a classic mimic disguised as a classic chest within the ruins. But you knew the way forward was actually up. So you started to climb the broken tube upwards. And as you got close, though, you could see some broken machinery of sorts that shot out a jet of water, causing Larissa and Dread to go tumbling down the shaft. The others continued to climb. Larissa actually dimension-doored herself and Dread to the tippy top, where they knew they needed to go. Seeing here, the pair witnessed a large brain-like engine glowing with cords of arcane energy attached to it and the walls. Some grand device indeed, and it was embedded into it that, well, the rod piece that you were looking for caused a crack in the device. And as you approached, saw a strange silvery water elemental-like creature appear, taking a near-human form, speaking out to you, claiming it was Landro, the same name as the giant colossus you walked inside of. Unfortunately, you didn't get too much of a chance to talk to it. And as the others were climbing up to kind of reunite, they were quickly met with the two living Warforged who you'd encountered before. Deadly duo in the chamber beneath where the pair was. This Landro creature disappeared back into the machinery once it heard the commotion below. Larissa took this moment, grabbed out for the rod piece. Unfortunately, this inadvertently caused the defensive feature within the chamber to activate, as well as initiating the self-destruct sequence for the Colossus. The defensive feature was actually walls came down, revealing sturdy constructs within. And with all this going on, fighting the two deadly Warforged, the four guardians from the Grey Matter engine, and the self-destruction of the Colossus itself, you had your work cut out for you. But in the end, you managed to escape the clutches of all of them, making a daring escape through the Colossus and away from danger, able to witness the cataclysmic explosion through the mists of the Mournland. And now with the third rod piece in hand, took it and journeyed back to the mirror, back to the Sigil Sanctum. Sigil? Call it what you want. Curious where the next fragment of the artifact may be. And that is where we're going to pick up, as who does have the rod piece? Does Larissa still, you have it? Or no?
She threw it down the hole. And I had to go
Zom
get it.
picked it up, yeah, because you threw it down the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as you
Free-fall
guys
girl,
head back and arrive back at the Sigil Sanctum, you would see that your hosts would be there. Illustrial, Tasha, and Mordenkainen and all. Almost awaiting your arrival. Actually, you know what? Illustrial won't be there. Tasha and Mordenkainen will, though. but Illustrial and her friend are not there. And as you arrive in, Tasha's kind of almost in a meditative pose. Eye looks up at you. Mordenkainen quickly shuts a book from the library. I trust you were successful in this one as well.
1, 2, 3.
Yes. Incredibly successful.
That was a
I need
close
to
one, but we're
sleep.
successful.
That one was actually like really fun with big robots and whatnot. I had a lot of that was cool.
Yeah, but we almost died it the last time. I mean, thank God for you to be able to run as fast as you can.
That plane was quite eventful.
Tasha will eventually open both of her eyes. Well, wouldn't it... This seems strange. This is... Where were you?
Something called the
Eberron.
Marnlands. Eberron?
Ah. No, I have not been there myself, but... strange.
It sucks.
Robots and... more. Mordenkainen... Yes. Robots and... morning. Celestial mentioned bits of all this to us. But you are successful, so you have a semblance of congratulations at hand.
I think what we need is rest right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. In time, we'll know where to go next.
Are you not eager to find out?
I guess we could find out. That doesn't take too much effort.
It
No.
does not.
I can get out the rod piece and give it a think. I assume it works the same as all the others.
Indeed it does. As you're kind of feeling in it, you get a sense of, for lack of a better word, dread. A place that you can only describe in your mind's vision of mists, and a single name calls out to you. Barovia. A small village.
Appears to be in a small village. I get the sense. Barovia. Have I heard of it? Does that ring any bells?
I would say probably not, but Mordenkainen would immediately kind of wince and shudder a little bit. Did spend a spell or two there. Not a pleasant place. Not one I would send anyone lightly. Do hope you are better prepared than I was when I went. And somehow I doubt
Perhaps
it.
you can help us. What do we need to know?
What I know of it is the dreary place, ruled by its foul prisoner slash prison keeper, the warden the same. someone calling themselves Strad von Zarovich. No, he wields immense power, and from my last foray there, he has the final say in who comes and goes into his domain.
Like, we gotta ask politely.
If only it were
Trade.
so simple. He likes games of cat and mouse, usually. Keep that in mind. There are also myths that are unfathomable and quite unpredictable. Once you are taken, there is little chance of escape. Even my magics, however great, would not pass through them. Some dark powers holding them almost with a ransom.
And can we still get there? Or, I suppose, get out once we've been there?
Mordenkainen will kind of relax a little bit. Alessio can fix the... Or perhaps you could attune to the drapery yourself. Should you feel the need to, or perhaps Alessio could do it in the morning, as you all look a bit haggard. Tasha will yawn. Yes, you look quite famished and dirty.
Yes, well, the Mournlands are as advertised.
Big, foggy, misty desert.
Yeah.
It would seem you are going to a place of fog again. Yes,
Yeah.
fog indeed, but more mist and unknown terrors indeed. Oh, terrors. Surely it is nothing that they could not handle. That remains to be seen. But we are trusting you, as we have before.
I mean, we got 3 piece already.
Yes, and congratulations.
Can't stop now.
No.
There's nowhere to go but up. 4 more pieces, and it would all be together again. And then we could stop Vecna. She almost kind of peers around as she says the name.
Around 7 parts, is that what I remember? Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Well, should we return? We'll be over halfway there.
Sounds like a grand... Halfway sounds better than... not quite.
So true.
Mordenkainen seems a little eager, but also knows the desperation. Well, feel free to use the facilities of books should you need it. And of course, if you care to step into Sigil once more, it may be of use. Natasha seems more lounging at the moment. Like, she seems still completely exhausted.
Well, I've got this helmet here that I'd like to sell. Need to resupply on some
It's
smoke
true.
bombs.
We also acquired these ancient maps. Perhaps there's a collector in Sigil who would be interested in ancient Eberron. Or at least the ancient Moorlands.
I'm
Yes,
sure
nice and
there's some
wild.
academic stupid enough to buy it.
Tasha will kind of look to Larissa. There is always academic stupid enough to buy anything. If it is one thing I have known, most people are idiots.
I know, I work with them. Well, I would like
Yeah,
to wash
speaking
off
of
the blood,
Mordenkainen,
please.
would you like to buy this helmet?
Mordenkainen is either he's not paying attention or he doesn't turn to look at all. Like
Right.
he's there's a book open. You're not sure if the pages are actually turning or not, but he is
Also,
not
the
giving
chest piece
response.
of a stone golem that used to be a table. I don't know if it's worth anything or could be used to create another. We're not doing anything with it.
Well, if you're not doing anything with it, you could always leave it with Illustrial's collection, as Mordenkainen will say without turning around.
Well, perhaps a trade could be in order.
Oh.
We are selling it. We're trading it for something that's actually worth something.
Tasha will. Well, I have heard the streets here do have plenty of splendors and gifts from otherworldly. Probably even more so than half of what Illustrial has in her cabinets.
Nice. Excellent.
Well, perhaps after a rest we could see what the city has to offer.
Yes, please. Let's wash the blood off before it becomes too dry.
All right.
Fair enough. And essentially you're given like free reign of the main areas of the Citadel Sanctum. Of the kind of resting area, which essentially it's very similar to kind of like the room of requirement. Like, should you need a bath, you will have a bath. Should you want to eat something, a table with food will arrive, kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, well, aside from like magical stuff, but yeah, you guys can easily sup and rest for the evening.
Peruse the library.
Yeah.
Barovian information. We know where we're going.
Yeah, absolutely. As you're just the thought of thinking of Barovia, the books shift and twist.
You give us a name.
Yeah. So you would get a couple of books that's small and dusty. One of them seems like a journal entitled
Good information.
I Strahd. It speaks of
an autobiography. Never mind.
It's a boring autobiography / memoir of Strahd and how the love of his life was, in his eyes, torn from him. But the more you read, it seems like it might have been his own fault that kind of drove her away to like someone else's arms, or it's all
Just reading through it, it's like sounds like a narcissist.
Yes.
Basically.
Where nothing's my fault, and why me? Kind of like sad boy. Yeah.
Is her name listed anywhere?
It would not. It would be faded.
Yeah.
because parts of it would be.
That's fair.
Uh,
Looking for things I can weaponize against him.
I gotcha. So another book would seem like little like tidbits of knowledge. It wouldn't be just Barovia, but it would be about the domains of dread. And Barovia is the name of the village and the name of the domain that encompasses it. And essentially it's a demi-plane hidden away within the plane of shadows. Every domain of dread is separated from the rest, like entirely of the multiverse, by these mysterious kind of mists that are ruled over by dark lords. Like each one of them has their own dark lord. And
They
each
can't coexist, so they had to make their own.
Yeah. Each one rules it, but it's also the domain is created to torment them. So it's essentially Strahd's prison. What it would say is that he is a very powerful vampire.
It's vampire.
Spring a lot of garlic.
And it has more gothic kind of small town vibes. And with that comes small-minded people as well.
Could be in a vault. He might be keeping it as an artifact. Would be. Could have not like. Could just be. I wouldn't say coincidental, but not necessarily something he's keeping. Something that's in his territory.
You would know it's in the town itself.
It's in the town.
Mm-hmm. Of Barovia.
It's not in his castle or whatever.
Right. So it's not even just say that that Strahd will be there. Mostly just that he rules over the domain, and definitely kind of dark vibes of like, you know, things of werewolves and skeletons and undead and vampires, bats and the like. But also the land. There would be a little tidbit about a tavern in Barovia called the Blood of the Vine or Blood on the Vine? Blood on the Vine. It's like a wine cellar taproom bar.
It's a good place to start. Fighting a vampire. Let's adjust some spells. Well, maybe we can avoid him altogether. Maybe he's just the Lord of Blades, but in Barovia. He's a threat, not an actual. He's a looming presence, not an active participant. You know, we can hope, right?
Bold of you to assume that our luck is that great.
Well, we avoided one so far. At least so far.
I also think that one was revered as more of a god, right? This fella actually seems
I mean, I'm sure he thinks
corporeal.
of himself as God.
He more has a god complex kind of thing.
I mean, hopefully we don't need to encounter him. But if we do, probably should figure out how to kill a vampire. I've never encountered one. So. Anything in those books?
I'm sure we can look up a vampire. It might have dealt with a handful of. But he's from a different plane. He could be different. I guess.
Yeah, I would say
empowered by the plane of shadows.
As you start talking about vampires, a couple of things would come up. Stakes to the heart do work when they're incapacitated, like, otherwise they will regenerate. They can't enter residences without an invitation. They also can't be in running water. But if like the stake to the heart thing is if they're essentially incapacitated in some way or another and you put a stake in their heart, they will be paralyzed until the weapon is removed and they can't remove it themselves.
Perfect.
Also,
There's a plan.
sunlight. Sunlight is classic. Like, this would probably definitely be known regardless of, like, yeah, they can't go out in the sun.
Most undead don't like daylight.
Most undead don't like daylight, and vampires are very much the same.
They're the poster boys for indoor kids.
Um,
so.
Are vampires classified as a monster or a humanoid?
The undead.
So
No
monster?
longer- Yeah.
Yeah. Not a
Good.
humanoid.
No longer
And
humanoid undead.
several of them have the ability to shapeshift into some bats, wolves, or mist. So all those things.
Cool.
I guess we'll have to go to the butcher tomorrow.
For snakes, I got a few arrows, so we're good on that one.
From what I understand, any wood will work as a stake. If the dread hits hard enough, we can shove anything in there.
Yeah.
My question is, like, vampires regenerate. But if you cut its head off, will it regenerate a new body or will it regenerate a new head?
That's a good
It's
question.
not a question I really want to research the answer to, but
Or that's how you get new vampires.
or do they both? Or is it both?
Yeah,
And now we have
you
twins.
get two. Yeah, you get two vampires. Who knows?
The price of one.
I just like Zach said. I just hope, like Zam said, I just hope we don't find out.
No, let's not test some theories.
Unless it's one to make sure that they don't come back.
Burning
Our
it alive
job is
to
to
ash
get the
sounds like
rod
pretty good.
and get out.
Yep.
That's true.
Not write a thesis statement on vampires.
You ruin all my fun. I could make some good money from that.
What?
So, where are our stops in town? I've never been in town. You guys have. That's where you got those stupid fire swords from, yeah?
No, I did not go to town either, so
Yeah.
Drake got a real one last time.
we know where to avoid. And
This
he found
place
one
is
that
awesome.
wasn't.
The buildings are all like sideways and stuff, and it's like a building's on top of you, and it's cool.
Is it like the astral plane where everything's just juxtaposed wherever it wants?
It seems like there's kind of like a pattern to it more.
Interesting.
Yeah, you can if you there's no windows in this room. But there would be below. You could easily see outside, and it looks like that.
It's like we're in a cylinder.
Yeah.
Just wrapped. Like we're like on the inside of the world instead of the outside.
Yes.
Except it's a really small world. It's a
you-
small world after all.
You might be able to go on the outside too. Who knows?
It's an
Right,
Ouroboros
so
cities.
Mm-hmm.
Not an Ouroboros. That's the wrong word, I believe.
It's
But
the impossible cylinder, like the donut.
Mobius strip.
Yeah.
there you
Yes, that's exactly it. Yes,
Ouroboros is a snake eating its tail.
but it's also that. So
Well, I'm gonna be real upset when rod piece number 7 is just down the road in Sigil, but we're
Yeah. It's been under her nose the entire time.
freaking Mordenkainen over here has been holding on to it the whole time.
Maybe.
You know what?
Surprise
Sometimes
me.
life works out that way, and you know what? We just gotta roll with that. Just gotta roll with those
Yeah, well,
punches.
I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter which one's the easiest as long as we get them. So whether it was the first one or the last one.
Yeah.
That's the way to look at it.
Let's get some rest. Do some resupplying, or
In the morning, we can go resupply real quick and
there's
Absolutely.
not a good word for like or, gear up.
Yeah.
Get some upgrades. There's the word I was like.
Yeah.
What kind of upgrades available? Bag's getting full. I guess it's not, but
Yeah, so next morning, Lustriel would be around to attune. Actually, no, she wouldn't be around to attune. She is absent today as well. But you guys want to take a trip out into Sigil proper to do some resupplying. You're looking to sell the maps.
yeah, I have no interest. Does anybody want anything? Want to keep anything? All I have in the bag is scroll. Chest piece of a golem, maps from Landro, maps and scrolls, and then I kept an art piece that was part of the mercy offering.
Are you wanting to sell that or a souvenir?
I would get it appraised, have somebody take a look at it, or if they needed something to balance a deal, it is available. But I'm not opposed to keeping all of it either. If we don't have use for the coin, we might as well have the things.
Is there anything else you're looking to sell?
I do not have anything else to sell. Unless, it's a swap out, No, I'd keep the weapon of warning, even if I was using something different, because it's
still good to have that attunement to it,
pretty
yeah.
useful.
Yeah.
But I guess there's a scroll of flame strike that if it really pushes pushes the deal, it might be worth selling.
Yeah.
But nothing that I'm just out here trying to get rid of.
Speaking of warning, I think Dread has a shield of
He
warning that he doesn't use
had a
anymore.
sentinel shield.
Sentinel shield, yeah.
He doesn't use it as a shield, but it also still provides him
The
sentinel
same thing.
benefits, I believe.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you want the shield, you can.
well, it's
Definitely.
probably on the list of things. It's like, we're not really looking to sell it, but if we need to come up with a couple extra 100 gold.
Yeah.
If we find something worth having.
I try to look for a better bow, but we'll see what we can find.
Standard magic weapons.
You could find like a +1 bow if you're looking for something like simple like that. There's not too many like specific magical bows.
No, nothing specific, just a better bow than the current
Just
one.
more
+1
enchanted
would be good.
Yeah. +1
I
bow
think
could
a magic
easily be.
weapon would be good against a vampire.
I think anything. Any upgrades would be good against anything.
Mhm.
So,
But if you traded all of those things, you could probably trade all of them for a like +2 bow if you wanted.
that's a big bow.
Yeah.
We can put all of our eggs in one basket.
Pretty much you could trade all those things for one rare item, depending on what it is. Or you get
I've already, I
possibly
mean,
like 2
I've already
uncommon.
got 580 gold on me, so
Yeah,
Well,
so if you add that on, you
I
could
didn't
definitely
mention
get.
how much. I didn't mention how much money's in this bag. So
Yeah.
but yeah,
there's money.
that's
There's money in the bag.
oh, we
Also, I
got
don't.
money. That's not the problem.
I don't know if I came up with the number, but the number I have next
There's
to the
money in the banana stand.
is 25, not 15.
There's
But that's,
always money in the banana stand.
I don't know if you quoted it or not.
That sounds right.
I don't know if I got it from you or if I made it up. But because everything else had question marks in the value slot, but that one I wrote down, so
Hmm.
I don't know.
Kind of like what are you guys in the market for? Looking for just general upgrades or cool looking stuff?
I would like to have an alchemist fire and a smoke grenade to just replenish my stock, and that's all I'm looking for.
You can easily get that for 75 gold.
Sweet.
But first to be upgraded with your flame tongue swords.
That is true. Well, one flame tongue sword, and now a
One
+2
flame tongue
dagger.
sword and a +2 dagger. You have 2 rare items.
True.
See, the dude doesn't use weapons, and I believe he's already
He's got wraps.
he's got magical fists.
Yeah, and I'm got this cool cloak.
You got the cloak. You could get some bracelets.
Could do some bracelets. That'd be nice.
You're committed to not putting on any leathers.
Now that would actually like considerably slow me down. I actually just figured out, because I was doing some, mental calculations how fast I am. I'm actually a lot faster than I thought I was. By about 15 feet.
Oh, you took off the ankle weights.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Or you took off the weighted cloak and the hat.
Oh, did you get a haircut?
Yeah.
Finally, I've been telling you to get a haircut for.
Yeah, just got it was just a couple inches, but yeah, it makes a big difference. Aerodynamics and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any hair slowing me down.
You could definitely find some bracers of armor if that's what you're looking for.
Spitballing ideas out here. Get a wand of something for Larissa. Either a wand that does something or a wand that adds bonuses. She wants to Eldritch Blast. You're gonna throw 3 Eldritch Blasts. Might as well make sure all 3 of them hit. That's a lot of damage.
Mm. That's nice. I feel like we need to prioritize things.
Well,
I feel like I'm pretty good. So you guys take care of you guys.
that's the problem, is I think we're all pretty good.
Yeah.
We're pretty good.
Dread's really good because
Or you
he's
could
got
save and get some really
good
good stuff
weapons.
later.
Yeah,
As
that's
I
the
say,
thing.
I feel like the place where we're going, it sounds very much like old money. I reckon we could nick a few things from there.
Oh,
Just saying.
we can there's always going to be more.
Yes.
When do we decide it's enough?
Never.
You're being awfully preachy, Zam.
Well, you're not the one with a whole lot of money. That's not doing anything. I can see the number, and it's large. We might as well spend it. We're at a good. We're about to be halfway through finding the rod. We can splurge a little.
Tell you what, everyone roll me 2D100s.
2d100.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, did you say everyone or someone?
Everyone.
Okay, I wasn't doing it. Hell yeah, I got a 1.
The odds on that one.
Either
believe it's
really good or really
1%.
bad.
Literally 1%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you this. The odds of me rolling a 1 are the exact same as me rolling any other number.
Yep.
But
We double up anywhere? We got close, but no.
I'm gonna
Depending on
just
the
tell you
table,
some random
3,
things that you
5, or
guys
5.
find.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what store we were looking at.
Right.
97. This was the old table. That's like upgrade a table and roll 2 more times.
Right.
Go to table F and roll twice. Yes, please.
So yeah, you see like a scroll store. There's 39. Doing them all at once, so we'll tell you in 2 seconds.
Okay.
Ocean.
I don't have to stenography.
Ooh, a 1. Great thing about this is like low and high numbers like doesn't really matter. It's just you're gonna get some things.
Because they're in alphabetical order. They're not in any other.
Could I borrow like 40 gold from the bag for
We can.
weapon for my smoke bomb and stuff?
Yeah, for sure we can get that covered. You sure you just want
Well, I've got if I do that, I'll have 2 smoke bombs and then 1 alchemist fire.
Getting 100 each probably should be good to buy all that stuff.
I didn't remember you were cool. Was it 75 each? Like, you need
You
40
just said
for another?
75. Maybe might be 75 each. Was it, Steven?
75, yeah.
He's tabling.
75 total.
Oh, it's total?
75.
Okay, then I just need to
wanted-
borrow 40.
So that'll get you 1 set, because I could give you 110 and you could have an additional set.
I won't say no to more bombs.
I'll do that. You can have your replacement and a backup.
I appreciate it.
And I'm just going to take that out of because that's exactly what I had in my personal fund. So money is money at this point. I don't have to deal with not round numbers.
See what that is real quick. So you would see like a clothing store, also like kind of like a homemaker kind of store.
A knick-knack store.
Yeah, knick-knack store.
This one's got trinkets.
That's interesting. So these are the items that you guys would be able to find easily, and that seemed like they would have good deals on.
There are 2 very nice looking things there. And I don't know if you randomly rolled weapons.
I did.
You putting a vicious flail there is giving some crazy flashbacks.
Yeah, we'll say the vicious flail is like all super like probably found it in some grumsh plane of hatred and war.
Yeah, it probably looks. He knows he shouldn't. That's a step in the wrong direction. That is a very good step.
Steps are steps.
Ooh, what does Sword of Vengeance do?
It's a +1 sword, and they would probably just tell you it's a +1 great sword.
It's like I
I
just
don't
like it
know.
because of the name.
I know.
Yeah. He,
It's because the League of Vengeance. You have to have a sword of vengeance.
Yeah.
Don't hate a great sword of vengeance.
It's a +1 great sword that you have to attack whoever hurt you last. You get vengeance on them.
Who hurt you? Oh no, my dad.
Yeah, you gotta go kill him now, I guess.
Oh, good times.
I could break the curse, but then we're paying extra for an ability that
Mm-hmm.
could just buy a great +1 great sword.
Yeah.
What's the name?
I can just call my sword the Swords of Vengeance.
You
It's
absolutely
fine.
can.
Absolutely.
This one's Vengeance, that one's Sally.
Vengeance and Sally.
Mhm.
But those are the items that you can easily find, like scrolls of anything from levels 2 to 3. So like a scroll shop. Then there would be like a knickknack shop where you could knickknack/clothing shop where you could find chimes of opening, pipes of sewers. That would probably be where the wand and the amulet is, and the hat. And then a weapon merchant, whose magical weapons would be a vicious flail and a sword of vengeance, a great sword.
How much does that amulet of health cost?
The one that brings your con to a 19.
Yeah.
That is a rare, so I'm going to say about 4K.
Wound closure is also very good. Auto
What
stabilize
if
and double
preemptive wound closure would be really good too? Yeah.
auto stabilize, and if you spend hit dice, it's doubled, which is nice.
But yeah, I've already got like some sweet gear from the help with the party, so somebody else can obviously take point on this one, but I'm going to keep that amulet of health in mind for the future.
Mm-hmm. It might be gone next time.
Okay. Well, if y'all don't spend the money, let me know.
Chime of opening could be useful in some situation, but I don't think we're encountering a lot of locked stuff.
We've never let a locked door stop us before, right?
No, we have
No.
we have two that can lockpick, so I don't
Never
think
happened.
we need that one.
Locked doors have never stopped us
And-
from doing anything, right? Never
Yeah.
happened. I don't know
Now
what
it's
you're
those
talking
invisible
about.
doors
Hey, we can see those.
until if you're looking for them. But yeah.
Yeah, the periaptive wind closure is probably the one that is the.
It's pretty good. What is your not to get too meta here, but I believe it falls in the uncommon category, which trade out whatever your uncommon is. You could go get one.
That is true.
Oh no, I'm not saying for me. But I'm saying in general of all those items, I think the one that if one of us wants it, it's probably going to be the.
That one's going to be the most affordable,
useful, and the most useful.
It's not bad. Vicious flail would be sweet. It's very much taking. It had to be a flail.
Had to be a flail.
Had to be a flail.
If I had that amulet of health, I wouldn't be afraid of being hit so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, I've been trying to get hit missing for weeks. They just won't.
They won't hit me with my 23 AC.
Well, if they'd try, I'd be fine too. But they don't even try.
That's because I'm too busy getting in their faces.
It's true. You
I've
keep
seen
leaving
it
them open.
more than
Yep.
And I'm not trying. I'm trying to stay away from them.
I'm sure I've rolled more against I probably rolled equal
Yeah,
amounts
fair.
against as the cat. And Dexter.
Yeah.
Dexter's probably honestly gotten the most attacks against him.
Surprisingly,
But Columbus.
Well, he did
Ravi has
solo with
been
Spider Dragon. That was on.
taking a lot of hits,
Yeah.
even though
That was a lot
his
of
armor
fun.
is like 16.
I need to look something up. And I'm gonna be sad with the answer because of my rebuild. If I
Yeah,
would've
Ravi
used
says
Omni,
only
it wouldn't
16,
have
and he's
happened.
been taking a lot of hits.
Mm-hmm.
Which reminds me, I'm gonna have to heal him up, but I don't want to waste a slot. Because I think it's better to just let him die than revive him.
There you go. There's
Well.
some prices for you.
There's some numbers. Oh, the Great Sword of Vengeance. Oh, it's like they know.
It's
I'll
like
burn a spell
they
slot.
know.
I'll burn a spell slot. Oh, we can save a lot of money, and I'll burn a spell slot. Let's do that.
If someone wants to use a greatsword.
I don't mind a great sword. It is awkward with my shield, but
It's no vicious flail.
it's not a vicious flail. But
Yeah,
the problem is my rebuild.
super cool.
The problem is my rebuild gave me Great Weapon Master.
Oh. You can always change your fighting style.
No, the feet. Not the fighting style.
Oh. And it's flail's the only one that's not
And,
two-handed.
and flavor reasons, I really shouldn't take that vicious flail. I got in a lot of trouble with the vicious flail. That was the weapon of choice when it was murdering indiscriminately.
Hmm.
And this one's vicious, and I would murder so indiscriminately. Everybody could get
Well, it is
250 gold.
It is a new day.
You talking about that like when we're at the store, like you're
Yeah,
gonna
absolutely.
out loud, like
I can't afford a
I should
flail.
not get this. Ooh, this thing is good looking. I should not be here.
I cannot buy this. I cannot.
But
Can't do it.
is
But
there? I mean, you can.
I haven't done anything. I can twist a knife and losing on that, which is not good, but I guess it gives me that. You know, that's a lot. That's like let's do some math. Where's these? 9, 15, 16, 30. Okay, that's actually not too bad into the dip funds. Can't do both, but we could do a lot.
What are you guys thinking? You wanting to
I
buy
got
some
it.
stuff?
I got 200 gold to pitch in. Needed.
All I have is that helmet that was the control thing
Oh,
for.
yeah. We didn't. That wasn't included in the.
The helmet will get
owner.
you 50 gold.
That's fair.
It has a minor curse on
Math,
it,
math.
and it's dented.
650, 11, 15, 50, 16, 17. We have 52, 4, 7, 12. We could get the bariatric wound closure. That's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Could buy the greatsword just to have a greatsword because
It's also got the name
I guess-
Vengeance in it. You guys are the League of Vengeance.
I guess the question
Until
is how much is a
somebody's missing.
traditional +1 greatsword?
It'd be like 400 gold.
All right, so they know it's cursed, and they're
Mhm.
hoping we'll buy it on a cheap.
Yeah, I would say any +1 weapon you can absolutely find, and they would be 400 gold. If it was a +1 armor, you could definitely find. It would be whatever the armor costs plus 300.
You sure? Because I mean, I'll take it, but armor is a different rarity.
Is armor rare still?
Yeah, armor starts at rare.
Okay, so that would be a lot of money.
Yeah.
But you could still find +1 armor. So it'd be
You can find it.
3,500 plus the armor value.
Could I try to find a
Five.
buyer for the vial of gray matter dust that I have?
Oh, I forgot about that. That's interesting.
You have the dust.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
a vial of.
give me a persuasion check trying to find a buyer for this strange gray dust. With a 14. Yeah. So asking around, they'd be like, I don't know, go ask one of the dustmen. You got dust? They like dust. That might work. I don't know. And as you approach one of these robed individuals, oh, you've got a nice body. You doing anything with it after you die?
We've already had this discussion.
Oh, and I hope it's not spoken for already.
I mean, we'll see. But what I've got for you is this great deal. I found this dust. This dust comes from a brain that is part mechanical, part magical.
Dust
There
of
was
a
this.
brain, so a dead creature. Could I have a taste?
Oh, I'll give him a bump.
Yeah, he'll take a little rickety fingernail and taste it between lick his lips a little bit, and oh, that is just tickety boo. Okay, yes. Do you currently have any bones?
Let me check real quick. My bag. I started digging around in my bag, and I find a. Didn't have. Thought I had a necklace. Yeah, I have a cultist necklace, what I think
With the
had human
teeth?
teeth in it,
Oh,
Got
which
teeth
are
on it.
technically bone.
yep.
Well, you can offer. See,
The
what's the worst he
pop
says?
teeth.
No.
Oh, throw those in. Yeah, we can get you some good stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you looking to get for that?
I mean, how much would you say my body's worth to you?
Seems like you have excellent physique. Maybe a little short. As he's looking up at you.
I mean, I'm just trying to gauge what kind of prices we're talking about here.
I see. Well, I can get a contract going for 400 gold for yours.
Well, I imagine I'm not very rare. But this dust is pretty rare. What would you say to double that for the dust and the teeth?
And
my body's not on the table right now.
oh, it will be later, don't worry.
It always is, right?
They always are, indeed. Well, he leans up close, reaches into his coat, pulls out a roll me a d20. Pulls out a little vial. This one. A little vial that looks like it holds fog within it. Moves around, but it looks like water. You drink this, it will become the stuff of mist and fog yourself.
Oh, interesting. How long does that last?
I do not know.
Is
But
it a
I know it
permanent
works.
effect?
Oh, absolutely not. The body will still need to be around afterwards. Wouldn't want anything to get rid of that.
Right. All right, I'll make that trade.
Good deal. He takes one of the teeth and like pops it off the necklace and puts it into place of one of his teeth that is missing. Perfect.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Always. And if you're planning to die, let us know. We'll work something out.
Indeed.
Gives you a potion of gaseous form.
Cool.
No concentration either required for it.
Nice.
So there's that. You guys buying anything else from the other shopkeepers?
Oh, yeah, I was doing some math. I think we'll probably buy a good chunk of, especially those smaller ones. At least we can. Unless anybody has anything in particular that we've kind of opened that up. Nobody's thought of
I mean,
anything.
I've got 500 gold on me, so I'm just gonna probably get a.
Do you want to go buy
plus
your
one
plus
gold.
one? Sure.
Yeah, but I use my own gold.
Okay.
You don't have to. We have.
I mean,
I guess gold is gold at this point, so
Yeah.
it really doesn't matter where it
it
comes
doesn't
from.
matter.
Can absolutely get a +1 longbow for
Say
400
it was-
gold. I would say the bow would cost 500.
Enchantment plus the bow, because bows are expensive.
Yeah. Well, that and it imbues
Alright,
the
then.
magic on the ammunition.
The
But yeah.
enchantment is more difficult.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You have to enchant the
Alright.
string and
All
So,
right, bow and a
what if-
longbow +1.
Yeah.
I bet if I break the enchantment and sell the greatsword back, we might actually make 50 gold. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. It's a bad decision, and it's okay. Zom can make those too.
Absolutely. What's the decision?
So, the flail.
Getting the flail?
If I did the math right, we've got 3,200 of stuff to trade in. If we're keeping it at 15.
Yeah.
Everything was 55. Oh, 54.50. Which means I need 23 out of the bag to buy everything. That is a hat, pipes of haunting, carry up the wound closure, the flail, and the greatsword.
So you're taking all the uncommon items?
We're skipping the potion,
Yeah.
because I think if we have to be friends with an animal,
I can just ask me. I can probably deal with it. I can talk to the animals, so I think that could be more useful.
unless Larissa wants to try to talk them into a bundle, we are here where we are.
We can try.
Right now
What are
it's
we bundling?
32. It's well, we're giving them little 3,200 worth of stuff, and we're
Mhm.
buying 5,500 worth of stuff. And
That's.
trying to see. I mean, I'm not expecting to make it a straight trade. Trying to
Trying to get
save as
store
much
credit.
as we can.
Store credit's usually worth more, so if you buy there. The weapon vendor would be elsewhere, though.
That's fair. Can't get a deal on the 2 weapons.
Yeah.
Acceptable.
You're taking both the greatsword and the flail.
I seriously
Yeah.
look. I'm taking the flail, but at some point, I'm probably look. You gotta have options.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you.
And look, the flail is a bad decision, and he might lose sight of what he's doing. Old habits die hard. With a vengeance. A sword of vengeance.
Hmm. Great sword in one hand, flail in the other. That's what it
Yeah.
sounds like.
If you let me, I 100% would.
As soon as you buy like the sword of vengeance, it's like Dread just shouts to the sky, "We are the League of Vengeance!"
Oh God.
I think it's a bit better if
55.
Zama has the sword of vengeance with yours.
He's gonna carry both. It sounds like.
Was
Nice
the
stuff.
Sentinel shield a part of that deal?
It was, but it doesn't have to be if you want to
No,
keep it.
it's fine if it is. I just wanted to
Yep.
get stuff off of my inventory if it was part of that.
Like it is because it was listed up there, but
Mhm.
we have
I'm cool with that.
we have 3,500 in actual coinage. So
I don't think that I'm going to use the Sentinel shield anymore because I'm dual wielding weapons. I like to hit more.
yeah, that's fair.
So I'm going to
Well,
go ahead and take that off of my inventory.
what else does the Sentinel Shield do?
It gives you advantage on initiative rolls and wisdom checks.
And perception checks, yeah.
Advantage on perception checks. I think I'd rather have 400. Like I do use a shield sometimes, but
I also just took another subclass assassin, so I have
Mhm.
advantage on initiative rolls already now.
Yeah.
No.
so
And
it
were
gives-
we like able to get that amulet of health at all, or are we just getting the other amulet?
we're if we could find about 1,200, we could do the amulet, but we're at what 67, and that is 82 basically. So we're a little short of both.
I got 200.
All right, now we need another grand.
I've got 82 left on me, so I mean, we can use it.
Right, down to about 900.
I've got about 260, I think.
Oh, hey. I mean, that's a big investment for things that probably aren't going towards you, but a party is a party.
Yes, I know.
I gave my money to Dread.
And did you give me all your money? Because I gave 30 of mine towards that getting the alchemist fire and stuff.
I gave you the 110. I gave you the 110 you asked, or 115
Okay,
or
then
whatever. So you could
there's
have
30. There's 30 more gold to go into that pile. Then.
Oh, so now we're definitely at about 900 short. I don't know. Do they
Guess
Can we sign a good faith?
Are you putting any money down?
I mean, we'd literally be everything but 900 gold
Or the
if we did just the Amulet of Health and the Vicious Flame. If we took everybody's cash.
Oh, and you just took the flail and the
flail and the amulet we are what 3925 plus 4250 minus my 3,500 that's in the bag and 3,200 that's in that. We are 1,475, and we had about 475 for actual gold. So we're about $1,000 short and out of things to sell.
I'll say they'll do it with interest.
This isn't the real world. Interest can't hurt me.
It always does.
True. True. The interest is they're gonna go and they're gonna chase you down.
Interest, I'm about to go to a different plane. Come get me.
Exactly.
Please.
I'd hate to see the bounty hunters. They send after interests on adventurers, though.
Mm-hmm.
Interplanar
Interplanar bounty hunters.
Interplanar bounty hunters. That would be fun.
Honestly, we could probably make back the money that we owe them with what we get from the
Honestly,
bounty
yes.
hunters after killing them.
Honestly.
Oh yeah.
We're getting them now and paying when we come back. Like, is totally doable.
That's our next campaign.
We just go on the run. Like,
Our next campaign is our new characters.
You're the bounty
traveling.
We're the bounty hunters
Mhm.
chasing our old
We gotta
characters.
track down our level 20 old characters.
Yep.
I will say, I have a scroll of flame strike.
Mhm.
Not going to sell it to the same person, but if we went to the scroll shop, how much? I did find something I could sell.
If you went to the scroll shop to sell the, I think I
Yeah,
gave you a
just
price
the
for it, $650.
oh I don't know. It might be in the details of the. I just have the scroll 650.
Yeah,
That
for the
puts
scroll
us
of
much
flame strike.
closer.
That was included in the with the golem chest piece, the scroll of flame strike, sentinel shield, art piece, and the scrolls.
Oh, there it is. I did add it. I didn't know. I don't have anything extra to sell. I didn't even see that was there.
I mean,
No,
I'm not sure
don't
it's going to
have
be
anything
much,
extra
but
to
I
sell.
could technically sell the wand of magic missiles I got that I haven't really used.
Look, I'm
What?
perfectly down to let the juice start flowing.
How much does a rope of climbing go for?
Rope of climbing would go for 50 gold.
Yeah, that.
Wand of magic missile would go for, I'd say, about 300. That's even if used, still good.
That's
But
up to
yeah, I
you.
think we probably should just go to Barovia. We're probably going to find a lot of stuff there.
Like, I'm down to let the juice flow and get these two really nice items. And, if I have to pay extra later, we pay extra later.
Yep.
So you're short 1,000 gold?
It was
Yep.
rough, but for math's sake, and I've already closed the calculator, we'll call it 1,000 gold.
All
I think it
right.
was like 9 and some change, but... All right, dude, you have a score of 19, I guess. You can take some more hits.
Yeah.
I will take a vicious weapon in the form of a flail and prove that I am no longer who I used to be, even though I might be.
Resisting
I
the
could spell
urge.
I could spell vicious right. I could find it in the compendium.
Yeah, I always want to put like a S. Vicious. Viscous.
They're even broken down already. I don't have to take a vicious weapon and
I
make
know.
it something it's
Yeah.
not. Like I did with the weapon of warning.
Well, so you owe this vendor 1,000 gold, have your brand new flail and brand new amulet of health, as dude just got 28 hit points.
Hey.
Not bad.
I have to name this a vicious flail, so I don't have to scroll all the way to the bottom to use
Right.
it.
Well, some of those things are, they changed it to where some of them aren't in alphabetical anymore. They're in
Acquisition, so I'm just
yeah.
so I don't have an option. I have to scroll through all 60 of my things to find my attacks. Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
Well,
really see
My bow.
if you go to your spells and make sure that you have it toggled to where it only shows prepared spells, that might help.
My bow is now all at the bottom of my attacks.
Yes.
Make sure I can get away with that.
I can't change it. I think I could change it if I
Plus 2 from round,
reorganize.
plus
Let
3
me
from
try
rounds,
something.
plus 5. So yeah.
Can I reorganize the?
No, I don't know how to reorganize it, but I wish they would let you. You can look at specific stuff like spells,
Yeah, I can sort by
attacks,
type.
effects, actions, bonus action, reaction, free action, but
No, I mean even in the inventory, you can reorganize the other stats.
just something we'll have to. Hopefully they'll change soon. I did write a ticket about it a while ago, but yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's just a nice thing to
No
have.
great sword of vengeance. Maybe you'll find another vengeance weapon later. It's just fitting.
This is now the flame tongue sword of vengeance.
Oh,
Or flame tongue scimitar of vengeance.
you
That's
are
what it is.
vengeance. You don't need vengeance
Yeah,
weapons.
I'm vengeance. Maybe I should change my name from the dread to vengeance.
But spending the morning doing a little shopping around, selling and buying and haggling.
You can undo. There's a lock. I click the lock, and now I can drag things around. But you know what I can't move? Vicious flail.
Add the one thing you need.
Everything else has the little dots next to it that I can grab and drag. That one doesn't.
Oh. Oh, okay, so yeah, you can rearrange it like that, but not the interesting.
And I guess the reverse gravity spell I can't reposition.
Sure. It's probably might be because you renamed a vicious flail.
Maybe, but I didn't rename reverse gravity. Yes, I did. I put rod on it because I needed to know where it came from. Maybe, but that's silly. I rename things all the time.
Oh, there we go.
Well, as you guys are reorganizing your character sheets and heading back to the Sigil Sanctum to attune the portal cloak, portal drapery, portal tapestry to your next destination of Barovia. Is there anything else you'd like to do before doing
Barovia.
so?
We have the drift globe with us, right? That will come in handy. I worked too hard. I need to raise that. Oh, Pony's not happy. I'm sure there's a million things we should do, but I can't think of anything left.
We should all sell our bodies for when we die, and then we'll have a bunch more gold.
No.
Absolutely.
That was going in a different direction than I thought it was. I will happily be your
when
guys'
Dred
pimp.
says that, he just like lifts up a leg and is like kind of shows a lot of skin
Oh
on his
my-
leg. Like, we should all sell our bodies for when we die.
Ain't nobody selling nothing. All right,
Yeah.
I reloaded, rolled 20, and I can move stuff now. So
There you go.
there we go.
Well,
What else do I eat?
I would say attuning to the portal cloak in the room here is simply just kind of, you have to think about it, and you think that it's attuned to wherever you need to go next.
We're either going to Barovia or the Eternal Plane of Sadness. So
One and the same.
here's hoping.
Eventually, one by one, as you step through the portal cloak, you would see thick gray fog shrouds what looks to be a small, gloomy village. Dismal houses and outbuildings line these cobblestone streets. You can hear the sound of a child weeping, echoing almost preternaturally from a tall house looming in the distance. You can see tall, dark greenish grass behind you. Cobblestone road heading into town. Unnaturally, it's not cold, but you do feel a chill as you step through the cloth. See darkened trees behind you, north of you rather. It's hard to tell. There is a moon in the sky. Clouds kind of grasping around it. Perfectly kind of like a typical picturesque full moon night cloud creaking across the top. The occasional torchlight in the village gives little light.
I close my eyes and take a breath and just try and feel the elements around.
Give me an insight check.
Do
You do have advantage on it. just want to take us away from this. So we're at least not looking at darkness. We're not looking at bright yellow. Yeah, give me that insight.
My sheet is not loading.
Roll me
So
roll me 2d20.
let's do that.
What is your bonus?
Sheet's not loading.
Bonus to insight is 7, so with a 19, as you just try and take a breath, you do feel the old, decaying stone at your feet. The almost decrepit, stale air that you breathe. Flames are present in the distance, but you don't feel them as much. They feel cold themselves. A little bit of dew on the grass. Seems frightened or frightful. This is not a welcoming place. Even the elements don't want you here.
I slowly open my eyes. Yeah, this place is pretty spooky.
Keep your eyes peeled. Who knows what's out here?
Are you getting any pings, any directions or anything, Zom?
We'll take a deep breath and focus on the rod.
You focus on the rod. Draws you towards the tall, gloomy house on the village's far side, where the sound of distant weeping is coming from.
Let me guess.
Who's in that house?
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I was gonna say. Great.
Who would have guessed? Creepy house on the end. Why's
Well-
it always got to be the creepy house?
Let's go in town, get our bearing first, and then we can.
Maybe
Go
they
up
know
there?
something about this house. Maybe there's rumors. Even if they're false, what people think could help us know what we're getting into.
Yeah, let's go and let's go in town and figure things out.
All right. As you start to head into town and move between the buildings, see behind them, between in the alleys, a handful of murmuring villagers start following you at a distance. All dressed in dark, drab clothes, all pale. More villagers start to emerge from houses on all sides. And very quickly, before you even realize what's happening, surrounded by a small mob, bald farmer carrying a pitchfork points at you, calls out, "Interlopers!" Other
I'm going
folks
to pull my scimitar, light it on fire, and say, "Stay back!"
Other folks are brandishing brooms, axes, large stones. All of them kind of start screaming at you. "Leave this place! You're not welcome here!" They all start not quite cheering, but arguing. Even the children amongst them holding stones or a shoe.
Who throws a shoe?
They've got some toy. But as Dread pulls out this brandishing, this flaming sword,
We're not your enemy, civilians.
we're gonna take our little 5 to minute break there. So
Ambushed by the populace.
stay tuned, folks. We'll be back here in a few minutes, as they are in Barovia, and they are not welcomed. So we'll see you in a few. Alrighty, folks. Welcome back to it. Last we left off, our troop, after doing some light shopping, decided to step through the portal cloth into Barovia. Decrepit town, the outskirts of hills and dark woods. Started to head into town. But as you did, a mob of angry townsfolk wielding pitchforks and the like started to surround you. Dread pulls out his sword, lights it ablaze. And what did you call out? What did Dread call out?
I said that we're not their enemies. Sorry, I'm still on my way back to my room.
No, you're good. You call out, you're not their enemies. One of them, a rock flies out from the crowd, hits Larissa in the shoulder. Larissa, you take 1 point of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Leave this place. Don't want you here. A little kid
guys,
calls
I
out.
You will leave.
You guys are bad people. Go away.
I assure you, we are not. But we do have business in the city. Town, the hamlet, the village. I don't know what you call yourself.
We'll leave once we find what we want.
We don't have what you want.
No, you don't.
You're not wanted here.
Someone else does.
It's here, and we'll find it, and then we'll be on our way.
I'll say Zom, give me a persuasion check.
Oh, my feet. 7.
With a 7, looks like a shoe flies through the crowd. Hits Zom right in the noggin. Zom, you take 1 point of damage.
Is it bludgeoning damage?
It is.
Then I'll take 0.
Can you reduce it to 0?
Doesn't say.
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't want.
Then you take nothing as you quickly react and lift your shoulder up to block it.
Seriously, you're going to run out of things to throw. And
Okay, enough of that. We are not here to disturb you or the people of this town. We are here so that we can come and get what we want and then fuck off as soon as we want. We don't want to be here either.
One of them will kind of call out, "They're trying to
I
steal.
kinda wanna be
trying to
here."
steal our stuff. They're gonna take all of our
Oh,
stuff."
you have nothing worth stealing. Don't worry about that. Not you.
They're gonna take my eggs.
Someone else.
You have eggs? Hold on.
I'm not.
No, eggs are on the table.
Eggs are
Well-
bloody expensive at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I'm gonna take your not a walker, your cane. If you don't leave us the fuck alone.
I'll give you my
Tell you
cane right in your ass.
Yeah. Why don't you try it, old
Got you
man?
there. All
Okay.
right.
You'll enjoy it. It's not
old
worth
man
it.
will kind of like stumble upward. He might be like 4.5 feet tall.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I extinguish my sword, put it away, and bring out my fisticuffs. Like, all right.
Please
Alright,
don't
well,
get
this
into
isn't
a
going
fight
anywhere.
with the elderly.
old man will,
All
will
right.
try and whack Jeffrey. As Jeffrey, you take 1 point of damage.
Like, you
Okay,
son of a
okay.
bitch. I'm just
Jeff,
like,
calm down.
I'm just gonna put my hand on him and be like, I am not here to kill you, but I could.
all we
me
all
an
we're here
intimidation.
for.
I'm not. You're
Give me an intimidation.
You're
check.
citizens. You're citizens, and I protect the citizens.
Oh, he's breaking
saying
my
it-
shoulder. Give me an intimidation check. With an 8.
Because I said I don't kill civilians. I protect them, but I'm trying really fucking hard right now.
As Larissa looks like I'm gonna say like a spade gets chucked, hits you in the shoulder, or hits you in your toe. Small shovel.
For fuck's sake.
Okay, look,
out of here! We don't want you.
Nero would point up to the
Okay,
the house up there.
newsflash. How are we supposed to go away when you're blocking our fucking path?
The way you came.
No, we're going that way.
Nero would point the house up there. That's where we gotta go. Either we just push you to the side and we go, or you let us pass.
Nero, give me a persuasion. With a 9 from within
Jesus Christ!
within the crowd, a stick just kind of bumps into you. You take 1 point of damage.
All right, guys, to the house, and I'm gonna throw I'm gonna bring out my smoke grenade, show everybody. I'm like, you guys ready to go to the house? This is what they're for.
There's a good 20, 25 commoners.
Yeah, but they won't be able to. They're commoners. They're not gonna be able to
Really?
see in the smoke.
He's a witch! You see a couple of torches raise up. Burn him!
Okay. No. Oh my god. Why don't you want us here? Why don't you? I assume it's not just us. I assume it's everyone. What?
None of your business
Why?
why? We don't
Well,
like
it is
you.
my business. Well, I don't
You don't
particularly like
even
you
know
either,
me.
sir.
Well, I think it's because they're ugly. Yeah.
I'm beautiful.
There.
Look at my helmet. I'm beautiful.
Okay. We need to get past. Once we get past, we will not bother you. I understand that seems to be a rather difficult topic for you to understand, but it's a simple fact. We will not bother you. You can do about your usual days. We won't even speak to you after this encounter. We will take from you. We are only here what is in that huge ass up there, okay? Can we please go about our business? You can sell your fucking eggs and go about your day.
No, set it up for sale. Give me a persuasion check. Oh, we got 3 of them.
Keep those to yourself.
Gonna bury one in the ground for 5 years.
But they're supposed to be buried for 100 years. Century eggs.
Century eggs.
Yeah, a shortcut for 5.
He's not long for this
Yeah.
world, so half-decade egg is going to be good.
With a 20, that is what you need at this point. As a rock lands right, a few rocks land right at your feet, and the people kind of start to disperse. Old man that was in front of Jeff's like, "Bray, not worth it anyways." And he just kind of hobbles away. Durst house. A couple of them spit on the ground as they start to separate and just eye you. Leave as soon as you can.
That's the plan.
I think I might buy real estate.
It's not for sale.
Time to gentrify this
Anything you
neighborhood.
can tell us about that house up there?
Spit at your feet and walk away.
Okay, guys, let's not
Just
push our luck.
means death for you.
Oh, goody, I do love death.
Well, if it means death, why are you going through so much trouble to keep us out?
It all means death for you.
Right.
They just disperse, eyeing you from nearby alleyways or someone going to their houses. Windows shuttered, but still peeping through the holes. Essentially leave you be.
Let's try to go through. I might be able to climb up the and get us eyes and up from up above.
Yeah, you can get like on the.
So yeah,
It's not quite
On the rooftops.
as luster like close knit together or as big as this picture shows. It's thematic though.
yeah, but you
mostly
would get on,
like
you would get on the
single,
rooftops. Try.
mostly single story buildings, but yeah, climb up top.
And you would follow from above as much as you can.
All right. As you're making your way past this mob, after they've dispersed, standing in a doorway, you'd see a dark-skinned individual, all gray cloak, gray tunic, and a flat, wide-brim gray hat. What are you guys doing here? She would call out to one of you guys as you pass.
Who's asking?
I am.
Seer seemed interested in our business.
I might be. Let's have a word. You shouldn't be in a hurry. Not yet, at least.
We're always in a hurry.
At least nowadays.
Come, we can talk in an alley or the tavern. Whatever suits you, or wherever you would feel safe. Even though there is no safeness here.
Gathered that.
Here?
Do we see her face?
Yeah, you can see her face. She does have a high cowl that goes up past like to her neck. She looks like this lady. You don't see. She doesn't have that sword out. She would have a blade at her side. And a book at her side as well.
Well,
You seem sensible.
I am
Oh, we're
quite
extra
sensible. You'll come to find out I am very, very sensible.
Many people say I am not. So,
Yeah, they would just jump down. And why should we trust you? The others were pretty hostile.
Yeah, a mob is always
Trust
hostile.
trust me if you do not want to. Don't if you want. It matters not. Merely thought a conversation might be in order.
What can we help you with? That is what you want, right? Our help.
Hmm.
No one wants to talk for nothing.
No, but I know you are strangers. Talk for nothing. No. I just noticed you did not attack anyone. It was a little more impressive than I would have imagined strangers to be.
I mean, I mostly wanted to scare them off. You know, there's not really. I'm sort of a protector of my own town.
I see. Well,
What might your name be? You can call me the Dread.
the Dread. I am Sarusanda. Sorry, Alistair. I am a member of
What?
the Olmist Inquisition, dedicated to rooting out evil throughout the multiverse.
Inquisition sounds like something I could get behind.
The whole Myths Inquisition. Yeah, they're more of a rebellion.
And we are something of our own.
Okay. So, of the multiverse, so what brings you here?
There is obviously evil here.
Have you
Gestures
been able
around to the village.
Have you been able to determine what the evil is?
Is it a curse?
There is a lot going on in this Barovia that I know not entirely of myself, but I aim to find out.
Well, you said an alleyway or a tavern, and the place you think would be away from prying ears
We
probably be the best place.
already in an alleyway. This was the discussion we are having. You just heard it. What
Or
brings
business
you
lies
to Barovia?
An artifact.
Our business lies in the house down the way.
Yeah.
If you are truly looking for evil in the multiverse, do you not already know what's going on?
I know what I am here for.
I'm going to kind of lean in and whisper Vecna and see what their reaction is to that.
She furrows her brow a little bit. I've heard the name. Whispers only, though.
Seems the whispers are getting louder.
What does this have to do with... I see. That would make more sense now. That's why you are here, at least.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for something that's in that mansion up there.
I could take a gander and guess at what it is. It is no mansion. The locals call it the Death House.
Okay.
A bit melodramatic.
So, how long
What
have
can you
you
tell
been
us?
here?
Long enough to find out about it and about my quarry there. I know
Who might
that,
your quarry be?
well, the Death House is owned by two, Gustav and Elizabeth Durst. pretty
Mhm.
much open secret of this land that they use the building to host cultists, and I believe they venerate their Dark Lord or whatever, Barovia Strad von Zarovich. A minor cult, occasionally causing trouble. It has not merited intervention by us until recently. And apparently they did obtain something important. As she looks kind of knowingly to you all.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the cultists don't know much about this piece, this fragment they found. But I think they plan to use it to get Strahd's attention.
It attracted more than Strahd's attention.
Of course. As it
Would I know who
already...
Strahd is or heard of Strahd? by any chance?
only in the conversation you guys had the night before.
Okay.
So is this Strahd around?
I have not seen him, and I do not hope to. But I know they have gathered the attention of somebody else. Their discovery roused the attention of another wicked group. Priest of Ozibus. Unaffiliated with the cults here. The priests are necromancers, stealing souls to fuel their evil, life-prolonging magic.
Mm.
Huh. We've come across some similar cultists in the past.
Well, they have already divined that you would arrive, and know that you will try to stop them. And this is how I knew to expect your arrival as well. This is why the commoners of the town were worried to strangers, as they knew of your coming.
Ain't gonna be that predictable.
They have stirred most of the village into a frenzy already.
So, since they already know we're
Unintentionally.
here, are you guys thinking head-on attack?
We already lost the element of surprise, right?
Yeah.
There is
They
no
know we're here,
surprising.
but they don't know that we are there.
I say we just pay the little mention a visit.
They
Knock
are
on the door.
wholly unprepared.
The priests are never surprised, of course. I have vowed to stop them and any other evil happening there. You mentioned Strahd once. Of course, speaking his name is probably a bad idea on its own. But I'm sure he is already aware of things happening. I need to act quickly to stop the priests and possibly Strahd from acquiring this fragment.
So what you're saying is everybody in that house is evil, bad?
I do not
They're
know
one
that
cultist or
everyone
another.
is. It is a family home.
Someone lives in the dead house.
And let's
It is the Durst's family.
Yeah, the two Dursts, Gustav, and what's her fucking face,
Elizabeth.
and Elizabeth. And then we've got probably unknown number of cultist fuckers that we need to murder. So let's go do that.
As long as
Perhaps
they
we
do
can
not get
keep
their
one or
hands.
two alive.
That would be good. As long as they do not get their hands, these priests of Ozibus, Strahd, get their hands on the artifact. That is what I care for.
Well, say less. Let's go.
Do you suspect that any of them are working with
I do not know that the two
Lord
groups...
Strahd?
You got the little robot on me there.
Or is he a third party?
No, it's me. My internet is slow. No. The connection is bad. Discord? I will leave and come back. The RTC is connecting. It is yellow. So sorry, hang on a moment, folks. We're gonna take a quick little... Hey, we are back. Hey, the kid came back. Discord got weird. But yes, last we, Zom, you were asking about parties. I believe the cultists are hoping to garner favor as Strahd, while the priest of Ozzibus are acting on their own accord. If your aims against Vecna, then I am not opposed to you taking this piece. As long as I said, they do not get Strahd to have it, or the priests. Agreed. Oh, it also switched up. So those of you watching aren't hearing any of the conversation either. Changed my output for the Discord. Say something now. Yeah, it's there now.
Hello.
Hello.
Put that back a little bit.
Well, they're all going to the same place. But yeah, you guys conclude this conversation as Sarasundra seems eager to head to this direction already herself.
I guess you'll be joining us then?
We should investigate it, of course, together, separately. It is a big house. Goals are similar. Working together seems good.
Alright. Do I get the sense that I can trust her, or at least
Give me an insight check.
her information, or is she planning to betray us again later? How about
Ooh,
a 20?
the 28.
Double
Like,
28.
I was gonna insight check myself, but then I was like, no, he's paranoid. He doesn't actually trust her. So no matter what, Dred's gonna be like sticking close to her.
It seems she's true and trustful, although she is definitely... She's holding
Everybody's
back.
hiding something.
She's hiding back parts of, like, she's not telling you everything.
Everybody's
fair.
holding something. Alright, so we have a group of cultists that are just trying to get Daddy's attention. We have another group of cultists who are trying to get this piece and hope it can help them reach immortality of some sort, or just super necromantic powers.
They prey on the souls of people to extend their longevity of life.
Got some soul suckers.
Was that what they were doing with those virgins?
I believe
Or they were just
there would probably be many virgins at stake here.
Good call. We saved souls, not just. Well, those are both groups that I don't mind if their numbers dwindle a little bit. And there may or may not be a family in this house. And then they may or not be part of one of these groups. Do we know anything about the two? The Durst family?
Just that she said that they host the parties for the cultists.
Oh,
Not
so
necessarily that.
they're just renting out their place. They're just getting paid. That's a like, what else are you gonna do with an extra large house if you're only 2 people? Set it up for parties.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What does anyone do with
Gotta
the
have a
mansion?
cult. Gotta have a cultist dungeon, you know.
And you're part of the Full Mist Inquisition.
That would be correct.
And you're here strictly because evil bad.
More or less, yes. I have sworn to destroy the specific evil of the priest of Ozibus.
In particular.
This Strahd is not that evil. If you're not
Strahd
going after
is
good.
probably more evil than most.
Set realistic goals. Start with the cult.
Yeah.
But Dark Lords never are gone permanently.
I mean, tell that to a Dragon Wizard we got rid of.
Our goal is not to save this area,
Oh, I know.
but perhaps we can make it better for a little while.
Temporarily, yeah.
Let's at least remove one obstacle, though you might be cutting off the income.
That's why I kill almost all the criminals I find, because, you know, we don't want them coming back.
That's
Well, is the front door the only option? You've been here. Have you staked this place out? Do you know other entrances? There are
Besides
exterior
windows,
entrance to the
no.
cellar?
There is no other entrance.
There's no. Well, yeah.
I mean, I'm not opposed to
for,
going in through a window.
Shall we
by
check
myself.
for invisible doors? Visible places we can get through?
I have a feeling the outside is not.
I have not
problem.
been inside the house before. No.
What do we know about the house?
What she told you?
I meant, like, have we've seen the house, right?
Yeah, you've seen it at a distance, like behind other buildings, but as you get closer, you can see a boy and a girl standing in the middle of the dirt road outside of this tall, grim house. Boy is weeping and clutching a stuffed doll that's been run ragged. The girl next to him seems like she's trying to quiet him by like pushing him. Shut up. She quickly turns to you as you sees you coming out of the shadows. There's a monster in the house. Mom and Dad told us to play outside.
It's a reasonable thing. Why didn't they come outside?
Oh. Please, won't you make it safe? Please.
I would like to cast See Invisibility.
Yeah.
On myself.
Blink and there's nothing invisible around.
Okay. You know.
Which
I just
This
got some
one's still-
Castlevania vibes, so I wanted to make sure there's nothing controlling them that I couldn't see.
in that house? The house we're going to in. Which house has a monster in it?
The boy's sniffling. In there. I don't know. It Well, it's okay, Thorn. Worried about Bridgetta. What might happen to her? We heard screams. Howls. It's like a wolf. There was some robed adults that came in. Didn't say a word.
Do you have friends or relatives in town that you can go?
We don't
Guess
want
we're
to be
going.
orphans. What are you talking about?
Well, then,
As the boy's just
I didn't
sniffling.
mean for
I don't
her
want
for
to be an
now.
orphan.
No, we will.
You're not going to be orphans. We just want you to go somewhere where you're going to be safe.
You might be orphans, but hey, if you want a job later on, come find me. You know, I'm always looking for an apprentice.
I
You know,
don't want
especially if
to
you know.
work.
I mean, you like to
Swamp.
play, right?
Tread. They're kids.
You like to, you like, yeah, but you
All
know,
right.
I
you
would say,
train them at a young age to be acrobatics. I need a sidekick.
you would see the girl just kind of push the boy into the dirt. Stop
See,
crying.
She's got the
see,
temperament.
she,
But that wasn't
exactly.
necessary.
Hey,
Wait.
what's your name, little lady?
I'm Rosavalda Thornbolt. Or Rosavalda, Rose, Durst. He's Thornbolt.
Well,
As the boy is just crying horribly at this point.
oh, that means we're
Okay,
not-
I go up to little boy.
Look, I don't want to be working and in the dirt.
It's
And
okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't listen to the big man.
the
He speaks
monsters.
absolute monsters. Yes. There's monsters, yes? In your house?
Maybe. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Dun dun dun. With a 26. He sniffles, wipes away some of his snot as it mixes with the mud across his face. Mom and Dad always have friends for parties, but this one seems different. I don't know.
Okay. That's okay. You're being very helpful, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? Now, do you have any relatives or anyone that you could go just for the night, just for a little bit, just so that you're not out
What?
here in the dirt?
But I
Because we don't want to be out in the mud.
My legs don't work. As you see him kicking his legs around. As the girls,
His
she just
legs
kind of
don't
arms
work.
crossed. He's being childish.
Well,
He's just a
children do.
little brat.
Hey, Rose, would you like to learn how to fight monsters?
There's the death house, by the way.
Now is not the time.
It's when it is the time.
Brother's a little monster.
18th birthday. Yeah, well, don't fight him.
No. You only fight the bad people.
As a crack of thunder arcs across the sky and dark clouds start to loom overhead, you would hear a call out from behind. Rose, Dawn, get away from those! And you would see a elderly 50-something-year-old woman with classic medieval headscarf and plain kind of dress blouse.
Looking nanny.
It's gotta run down real quick. What are you doing out here? Who are you? He looks to all of you guys. Get away from them! And starts kind of picking up the children.
We're solicitors.
What?
You know,
Yeah.
coming to sell you stuff.
No, we're not buying whatever
Unannounced.
you're having. Leave the children be. Where are your parents at? They're inside. Oh, they left you out here.
Yes.
They said to play. You can come play at my house for now while they're hosting a party. And the lady just kind of looks to you all, kind of scowling a little bit. Come along, children. And she'll pick up the boy and grab the girl's hand. As the girl looks back and watches you guys as they quickly walk away.
Remember, Rose, only fight the bad people.
The girl will, with her one hand that is not holding the kind of handmaid's hand, as she's turning around towards you all, she does the classic finger to the throat as she turns back and looks at you all.
Exactly. You got it.
Great.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah,
Let's try to
she's
find
got
a way.
she's got potential.
As it starts to rapidly shift from the clear skies, or not, the cloudy, somewhat cloudy skies above, to heavy rain starts to pour down.
That's not a sign.
You would also note that a lot of the rooms you can see in the house are very well lit.
So, everyone,
Like there's
Leroy
a party.
Jenkins, or you want to knock on the door?
So do we sneak in or do we knock on the door and announce
I'm not going to
ourselves?
sneak in.
That's a creepy house.
I will jump right through a window if you let me.
Let's try the door and see if it opens.
Polite thing to do.
All right, well, let's go.
They're cultists that are using this thing. Why are we being polite?
Well, we don't need to destroy the house if we don't have to. Let's just walk in.
It's a nice house.
It is a nice house.
It's not.
They're good bones.
It's not a nice house.
It is. Look at it.
Like, yeah, I think Dread actually came from a nicer house, probably.
It was
I mean,
it was
it's
probably
simple.
close to this, honestly.
It is kind of looking down at it a little bit. No, it's not that nice.
This is a mansion. This is like a 4-story glorious home.
Mr. Noble.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
right.
coming to the front area, you can see a hinged wrought iron gate. It fills kind of the archway leading into a kind of stone portico. Oil lamps kind of dangling from the ceiling within this kind of like entryway, hanging by chains, flanking a large oaken double door.
I'm gonna look for danger. Like the portico makes me think. I don't know why. And the setup, where, how you pour oil into a place where people are gonna.
Sure.
I'm looking for danger.
Yeah, give me a perception check as you glance around the portico. The 28. Nah, this thing is clean. Aside from the little bit of mud from people walking in it. You can see several footsteps, but cleaner than you would anticipate in such a dingy town. Big double oaken door. Nothing really seems afoot. There are knockers on each door.
All right, I'll kick the bottom of the door to announce myself.
Kick the bottom of the door.
Mhm.
Inside this portico. As you do, the door creaks open as if welcoming you. Loud as they both open into what looks to be an empty antechamber. Other than on the one wall near to your right would be a shield emblazoned with a stylized golden windmill on a red field. You do see closed double doors a few steps beyond that as well.
Still nothing invisible.
You don't see
I'm gonna
anything
step
invisible.
inside. Like, your outside's clean, but you need to oil these doors.
Well, sheet.
Right, where? Let's be on our guard. And let's go in. Let's figure out what's this monster the kids were talking about.
Big alert.
Absolutely. As you guys head into this antechamber, there'd be another double door ahead of you. I'm gonna bring you guys to a map. Just make sure this is a very map-heavy part. Make sure you say what you're doing if you're moving around.
Tight space.
So I forgot.
Oh,
to-
very tight space.
It seems tight just because there's 6 of you. Got
Yeah.
to bring a little token there. I mean, if you want, there's the door out.
I am just a black screen. Wait.
Yeah, it's really hard. It's like
There it
right
is.
down
There's a
there.
very
Tiny
tiny-
wood.
It's a big map.
You can't really move around easily. You move around and
Yeah, you can't. But there is pretty much, this is the entryway, the portico behind you. This is the entry, the antechamber.
I would like to open the door, or attempt to open the door.
Very easily done. The door opens up into a large hall running the width of the house. Black marble fireplace on one end, and a sweeping marble red staircase on the other. You do see a door opposite of here on the eastern wall, kind of northern, we'll say, slightly ajar. Damp black cloaks inside, easily
I'm
seen.
gonna step inside. And you said, this map, I don't know what's going on, but I am unable to move and see what I'm doing. Maybe it's my mouse or something. Keeps throwing me off the map. So this is like a coat check
mine
kind of
does
deal?
too, actually. Yeah, that is a coat check that is open. You can see damp, dark cloaks inside.
Alright, I'm immediately going to go over to the cloaks and I'm going to start rummaging through them.
Okay. What's everyone else doing as Dread starts running towards the cloakroom?
Go with Dread.
I may slowly get in and look around, trying to see if there's anything
I'm going to see if there's anything
Our little
behind their
friend.
pockets.
there.
Maybe any clues as to what they might have in store for us. I don't know.
All right.
It's just their cloaks, but they might have left something behind.
Yeah,
Some
as
junior
you're
mints.
kind of making your way in here, the cloaks are nothing. There's dark cloaks within. You would see doors both
Light
to
them all
the-
on fire and then shut the door.
I don't know that we need that.
Not really.
You would see doors both to the south, 3 doors to the north side, and stairs going up. Sarah
Trying to open
Swindra will look to you all. Right, so we should probably split up.
Oh, don't worry.
No idea, but you do.
That's probably
I'll be
not
heading
safe, but if you want to go ahead and
I assure
Nope,
you, do not worry about my safety.
It's okay. I'll go with you.
I assure you, do not worry about my safety.
I'm not worried about your safety. It's okay.
Then we should probably split up.
All right.
That's all right.
Well, go ahead and
I'm sure we'll see her again.
We will reconvene. Maybe keep the central areas she kind of looks up, goes up quite high. This is a good place to reconvene should we need to.
Yeah, it's okay.
fair enough. Let's reconvene here.
And she'll start to head up the stairs.
And Dread's immediately gonna follow behind her.
She looks behind, almost hissing, without actually saying anything. Please, we should probably split up.
Yeah, I know you've got something you're planning on doing here. I want to know what it is.
That will be for us to find out together, right?
Right, while I'm following you up the stairs.
She'll stand there and cross her arms. Well, then I will follow you. How about that?
Oh, sounds great. Let's go.
Sorry, if you were right on top of
As she just crosses her arms, waiting at the stairs.
All right, and I was gonna try to open that door right there. See what's on the. If we can open it.
Yeah. Easily opened, a very well lit area. Oak paneled room, looks like a hunter's den. Stag's head mounted above the fireplace. 3 stuffed wolves positioned around the outskirts of this room.
He's gonna investigate it more, see if he can find anything interesting in there.
What are you investigating?
Well, I mean, is there like any chest or any places that like?
So there's like a fur rug. There's like 3 wolves that are kind of like mounted, not mounted. They're stuffed and like look very lifelike. Yeah, there's what you see here. Like there's a couple of tables that are empty.
Yeah, but he would look at the table and what
A
looks like a chest
desk
there.
and a small dresser.
He would look in those two mostly to see and find anything interesting.
Yeah. Give me an investigation check. While Nero's doing this, what are you guys doing?
Check out that shield that was in the foyer.
22. That seems right. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, this map does not like moving around for some reason.
No, you can't do tiny movement.
Looking at the shield, it seems very ornamental, but probably worth a little bit of coin.
Is it can I just? Is it just like on a hook, or is it like hard mounted on the wall?
It would be on a couple of hooks. Yeah, latched on there.
Simple enough to pick up and take off.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like it's like really battle worthy.
Not worth much. We didn't really spend too much time in town, so I don't know if that symbol. I mean, I guess we were just there, so if I had seen it, I'd still remember it. But what was it, a windmill or something?
Yeah, it was a windmill, yellow windmill on a red plane.
And that doesn't mean anything. Like that doesn't. I didn't see anything on the way through.
What are Dude and Larissa doing though while they're doing this? If anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure she'll be doing much.
Just kind of observing.
Potentially listening.
Okay.
See if she hears anything other than the boys clanking around.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Can I lock the main door?
You would need a key.
Alright, it doesn't have anything. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have like a deadbolt. With a 4, it's eerily quiet in here, other than the crackling of the fireplace behind you, Larissa. Anything from Dude or Dread while Nero is spending some time investigating the dresser and the cabinet in the looks like a den.
Just keeping an eye on all of us, making sure we don't get too far away from each other.
Okay. Nero, as you're looking through here, it seems to be some small trophies within the desk and around it. The occasional paper talking about yield on wheat and like kind of like business, but nothing conclusive.
Nothing interesting. That's a bummer. There's nothing interesting in this room.
I imagine the most interesting things are going to be either upstairs or in a basement.
Basement. Good idea.
Let's see.
Basement
Why
access.
can't I say her name?
Sarasanda?
Sarasanda. Sarasanda seems to think there's something upstairs. Shall we all move forward that direction, or do
I
you want
merely
to?
thought it would be good to have multiple eyes in multiple places. That is all.
Right, you should just let her go upstairs. Let her go, and we can investigate the rest.
No, she was all about us coming to the house and working together, and then immediately we get here, and she wants to scamper off. So I'll scamper with her.
I do no scampering. I'm merely here for a purpose.
Just I think it's best to just let her do her thing, and if she betrays us, well, she betrays us, and we'll deal with her.
You should hold your tongue, elf. Betrayal is not something that I do. I'm Inquisitor. This is...
I'm not saying you will, but I mean, he points to Dread. He's a little paranoid sometimes.
It would seem you
So he probably
do
thinks you
well with
would.
some trust.
Oh, I have trust. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and thumbs to himself. 5 people that I trust.
I do not give information lightly. I assumed you were kind people based on how you interacted with the...
And I gave you. I immediately gave you an exchange of information. You withheld yours, which is, your choice, of
What
course.
did I withhold? I told you more than
What
you knew when
your-
you came here. I am not trying to argue with you about this. I'm merely trying to be smart about it.
Jeffrey, this isn't
Yes.
exactly the place to have an argument. You can
Then
both
let's not argue.
I think, after. Also, discuss.
But let's move forward.
Yes.
Let's go up. Let's go up.
She'll
Let's
step
go
off
up or
from the
let's
stairs
go?
and follow after you.
Oh, thank you.
You guys headed upstairs?
Yeah.
I guess so.
All right. Well, as you head
Wanna
up,
Open that door.
yeah, like, screw those doors.
You don't want to open that door.
Somebody opened a door right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did because I wanted. I can't. You can't tell that it's a door.
Oh yeah.
No.
Which is weird because some of them that are off the map you can. Weird. But
I
as
can
you
see the
guys...
door icon on those two, but not that one.
Right, only once they're open, but not this one. But you can see it now.
No, I was talking about this one.
Right.
I can't see anything ever. I just know it's there because my mouse changes when I hover over it.
Uh-huh.
Detecting
Yeah.
secret doors with my mouse.
Well, as you all start to head upstairs, this is an area of darkness. Odd sight,
I'll
considering...
bring out my sword and light it on fire.
Fair enough. But I mean, you do have dark vision too. Unlit oil lamps are mounted on the walls in here. Long, elegant hall. Hanging above a mantelpiece is a wood-framed portrait of a family. A man, a woman, 2 smiling children. The same children you saw outside. The marble staircase does continue upward.
How old does that painting seem?
Go up to inspect it. Give me
Yeah,
an
just kind of.
investigation check.
I got a nat 1.
With a nat 1, yeah, it looks like a painting. Said you did
Yeah.
pull out your blade and lit it.
Yes, sir.
Hope that it's not burn the place down yet.
And there is a door on either side of the hall, as well as one when you first come up the stairs. There's a door here, here, and here.
Well, I would like to listen at the door that I am at.
That's where the fireplace is, so you're looking at the mantle. Yeah, give me a perception check as you listen at the door that you're at right there, right at the edge of the stairs.
Good old 7.
With a 7, it sounds quiet.
There ain't nothing in there, so I'll just open the door.
As you open
Unless
the
it's
door,
locked.
you can see inside is an undecorated bedroom containing a pair of beds with straw stuffed mattresses, a couple of foot lockers on each, and like looks to be a dumbwaiter to the side, and probably a closet to the left. I will say the closet's open.
Is there anything in the closet?
The closet is empty.
I can't access my token. I can't. Nope. You put me in a wall?
Did I put you in a wall?
I don't know. Then I'll go check the beds to see if they look slept in or just... There, I got it.
Alright, yeah, as you look at the beds, they look like they've been mostly made recently. So give me a survival check to see how long ago.
Well,
With a 12, it looks like they've probably slept in last night.
no thick layers of dust, so either well kept or
Yeah.
in use. Whoever used them is not staying again. Okay.
There's a door on the south that goes to like a dumbwaiter.
I always try to look at. You listen to that door.
Narrow,
Yeah,
give me a
where he is.
perception check.
26.
26. You don't hear... Actually, you know what? With a 26, you would hear the faint sound of a harp strumming.
Let's slowly open the door.
All right. As you open the door, you can see a harpsichord and bench fill this elegant hall's northwest corner. On the opposite side of the room, a large standing harp resting near the room's fireplace. You'd see upholstered chairs lining the walls.
And no one? No one by the harp?
There is no one by the harp.
And he would close his eyes to see visibility. See if there's anyone actually playing or...
I mean, I have see invisibility on, and I have line of sight to the harp. So,
Well, you're looking at a painting.
fair.
So yeah,
I'm in that one. I'm just sucked in. I'm locked in
Yeah.
on this painting.
From behind the draperies in the room, as you kind of blink awake, like you're see invisibility, you would see 3 individuals appear, as they can't quite sneak up on you, so you're not gonna get surprised by them. But 3 individuals in white cloaks and glowing blue eyes, wielding dark magic. A couple of them pull out blades of materialized darkness. As they, without saying a word, they rush out of the curtains towards you. And we're gonna roll initiative.
Maybe I'm too far away. Can I not get thrown across the map?
But I will say, as we roll initiative here, folks, that is where we're going to end tonight. As we are in Death House. Albeit slightly different Death House than the one you might be accustomed to. But still the same Death House. Seeming nearly empty, save for these assailants, at least so far. But we will pick up there next week. So, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, we'll see you next time for more Vecna, Eve of the Ruins. Night, Internet.
Bye bye.